Getting the swing of those invoices.
Yeah.
Reviewing those.
Oh, yeah.
Getting old hat now. Good.
Yeah, he taught me.
Yeah, I imagine. Good when we do that.
The third one's usually more
Right.
checks. Yeah.
I'm just gonna test the speaker and microphone to make. Good morning.
Great. Okay, I'd like to call the Isabella County Board of Commissioners Human Resources and Public Works Committee meeting to order. Next, I would like to call to the public. Do we have any public online?
We do not at this time, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, then we'll move to our one and only item today. Consider submitting the grant application to request funds from the Mount Pleasant Area Community Foundation in the amount of $11,000. The Chippewa River Erosion and Canoe Launch Project, and authorize the board chair to sign the same. And we have Serena Kaplan, our Parks and Recs Director, to give us a background.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't know if you guys know about this project, but
At least you got me to laugh.
well, our pre-construction meeting though is in
Yeah.
a couple of weeks too, so that's good. But this is a requirement of the, as you may know, the Mount Pleasant Area Community Foundation. Before you can even put in an application, this letter of assurance has to be approved by the board. We have received funds, as you can see on the second page of the project or the staff report. I like to just keep this here because this does let you know where we've gotten funding. You can see the number of Mount Pleasant Area Community Foundation funds that are, funds. We've gotten some money from the last round. But there is the Access to Recreation Fund is another fund that we emphasize the improved access at the launches for people to get in and out of the water. And so I had called them and said, would this be okay, or have we kind of filled our need? And they said, absolutely not. You know what I mean? So they're,
Oh, cool.
so we, I thought, what we want to, actually, I thought we would have been given the opportunity to go before that fund, but there were a number of people that had, they kind of decide, which is fine, but they know there's not that much money in this fund, but there were other applications that went in. And full disclosure, I do sit on that committee, but I do not stay in the room and I don't vote on it at all for the Access to Recreation Fund.
Mhm.
So this was just something that I just know it definitely applied to what we were trying to do, and thought, I would see if the board would approve us to move ahead on the application process. And I believe it's due some in May. I may have put it in here. I think it said in here. But anyways, it's something that we have to do, and then we have a draft already done in regard to it. So that will be our next step. Is if it's approved, then we'll move ahead to apply.
Very good.
Oh, and they would just go to the portion, the line item portion in our project of the launches. It won't go to erosion. It won't go to anything else. Won't be the removal of that tree. It's just going to go right to the launch portion of the contract.
So is that a specific fund in the community, Mount Pleasant Community Area Foundation, the Access to Recreation Fund? I'm not
Correct.
clear on that.
And then also within, it goes to Mount Pleasant Area Community Foundation, and then it's Access to Recreation. But then there's like about 4 or 5 other individual accounts,
Mhm.
like the Stricklands, they had donated money.
Mhm.
So I think there's like 4 or 5 that individuals have. Mary Ellen Brandel, do you remember?
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, so she was very instrumental in the Access to Recreation project they did at Chippewa's.
Mhm.
And so she, I think there's a fund in her name also under that Access to Recreation.
Got it.
So the foundation, serves as that umbrella and to all these foundations that don't have to set themselves up as a 501c3 or whatever.
Oh, that's great.
And then the foundation, my understanding is they get 3% for taking care of all the
Administrative
funding.
fee or something
Yeah,
like
so
that.
the families or the other individuals that they don't have to get to know. I mean, it gets to be a little complicated, I think, for tax purposes and all that. So they handle all that, as my understanding. So,
Right.
But that's why there's so many funds under the Mount Pleasant Area Community Foundation. But that's what this is.
Got anything, Terry? Or,
No, I think it's wonderful. How do you keep track of, like, if we get these funds, we've gotten funds, let's say, all here.
Well, because we make a master list here, and then as invoices come in, we have X amount of dollars. We'll have $172,800. We have a budget amendment that's already been done for this. And then as bills come in from Mr. Miller, because our contract agreement agrees that he's going to be paid $172,800.
Right.
So he puts in an invoice to us, like, let's say a portion of the project is done. And then he sends it, and then part of what Spicer does approves that that part of the project is completed. It's also with my review after he gets the bill, and then I would then approve it like any other bill then as a department head, and then Miranda in our office, our administrative coordinator, will then submit the bill, and then I would approve it for you guys. Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Great.
All right. That being said, I'll make a motion to consider submitting the grant application to request funds for the Mount Pleasant Area Community Foundation in the amount of $11,000 for the Chippewa River erosion and canoe launch project, and authorize board chair to sign the same.
second, it's been moved and supported to move item 3 to the work and regular session of the county commission next week. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. The ayes carry. The item will be forwarded.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you guys soon.
Excellent.
Good week. Any questions, comments, or observations at this time? No? It's a mighty short one today.
It is.
Okay, I'll call to the public. Is anybody online?
There is not at this time, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, if that being the case, I'd like to adjourn the meeting at this time.
Okay. Everybody have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
Yep.